Do you want to make six figures with your real estate license without actually selling a house? Well, in this video, we're going to break down for you the 4 different ways that agents are able to make six figures in real estate, 3 of them being ways that you can make six figures in real estate, leveraging your real estate license without actually having to close any transactions yourself. If you guys want to learn more about these different options, we did a really longer video breaking down these different options. Make sure to check out our video on how you can make money in real estate without selling homes, leveraging your real estate license. But we're going to dig right on into this video. Charlie, why don't you break down for us what are the different ways that agents can make six figures in real estate, either as an individual agent selling houses, and the 3 different ways that they can do it without selling any real estate.
Okay, to do this breakdown between the different options here so we can compare by the numbers how many homes you would have to sell to make six figures or how many transactions would have to happen, I want to start with the same numbers. So for these examples, we're going to assume a median home price of around $400,000, right? The median home price is a little bit more than that in the US, but let's just say $400,000 for easy numbers. And let's just assume that the commission earned by the brokerage in each transaction is 2.5%, okay? You know, all those lawsuits and stuff going on now, let's just assume it's 2.5%, all right? So 400,000, 2.5% commission per home, all right? So starting with number 1, you could be a solo agent. We usually all start here, right? We go out, we sell some houses, and to hit six figures, and I'm going to base these numbers on an 80-20 split with a $16,000 cap, the 𝐒XP Realty numbers. To hit six figures take-home pay, net take-home pay, you would have to sell 12 $400,000 houses, so 1 a month in a year. And so that's what it would take as a solo agent. Now, if you want to get out of selling homes yourself, and you want to take a step back eventually and get to a point where you can create time and location and financial freedom, kind of hit six figures with your real estate license without actually having to run the transactions yourself as a solo agent, you basically have 3 big options. The first one is agent-to-agent referrals. The second one is starting a production team. And the third one is revenue share, which we're going to just kind of break down all 3 by the numbers really quickly. And you can check out our other videos for more details on each of these strategies. But for agent-to-agent referrals, which is certainly more passive than being a solo agent or a production team leader, but not the most passive on the list, to do that, let's say you're doing 25% referral fee, which is, there's no such thing as a standard, but that's probably the most common fee. I'm assuming, again, the 𝐒XP number is an 80-20 split and a $16,000 cap. So in this case, for $400,000 homes at 2.5 per side, you would need to send out 48 referrals. So 48 referrals, that's almost 1 a week for an entire year on $400,000 homes to hit six figures. So that sounds a little bit overwhelming unless you're doing some sort of social media or you're running a Facebook group or have some other way to do referrals at scale. And I do know people who do six figures in referrals each year, kind of for a living. So that's totally possible. Or you could start with a production team and decide, okay, that was way more work than I wanted it to be. I'm going to just switch to referrals instead and refer to agents locally in my market. That's an option as well. So, you know, kind of keep that in your head as something you leave on the table that does create some time and location and financial freedom. Then there's a production team. Running a production team is no joke. Take it from me. It's definitely a lot of work, but it can be rewarding as well. A lot of production teams tend to charge a 50-50 split at the team level before the agents themselves individually have their brokerage split, right? So I'm going to look at this again as a 50-50 split, except as a team leader, I know from firsthand, you get to also have a bunch of expenses. You know, you're paying for marketing, you're putting either time or money into lead generation. You may have folks on your team to do social media, to do phone answering, to do transaction coordination. So I'm going to actually assume at the end of the day, you're really netting 40% as a team leader, and the other 10% is expenses. All right. I think that's a very fair and generous assumption. So let's say you're actually keeping 40%. And then you have your broker split and cap. So in that case, to hit six figures in net take-home pay as a team leader, you would need to sell 30 homes. You would have to have 30 transactions, right? So a little bit less than the referral basis, which is kind of nice, but holy smokes, it's a lot more involved. Okay, it is way less passive. It's the least passive thing on this list. In fact, being a solo agent's probably a bit easier, frankly, because you don't have to monitor a whole bunch of people. You just got to monitor yourself and maybe a TC, right? And then the last one, which is my favorite, is eXp revenue share. And so what this is it's a win-win opportunity. It's an exit strategy where agents get compensated for attracting agents to the brokerage and also helping them succeed. So you only win and get a cut of every transaction when they actually get to sell homes, right? So over, initially, you're getting your feet wet, you might start selling homes, but over time, you're going to meet agents that could benefit a better model, and you can help show them that better model and benefit from it forever. So the cool thing is you can build an organization where you are starting, right? You're going to talk to different agents. They may come sponsor with you at eXp Realty, and by doing so, they may also run into agents that need assistance or could use a better model, or like the value proposition that you're uniquely providing as a sponsor as well. Whether that's, you can teach them how to invest in real estate, or you can teach them how to dominate on YouTube, or you can teach them XYZ, right? So you have some unique value that other agents don't. And so by sponsoring a few agents to the company and them sponsoring other agents that can also offer what you have to offer, you can build an organization. So here's a simple way to look at building a 50 agent organization at eXp. It's because we could look at any size of organization, right, for this breakdown. But 50 agent organization is totally achievable. So, 𝐿𝐵, you're at 70. I'm at well over 100. And all I want you to do is start with 10, right? So over time, you'll interact with agents. Some of those will be interested in a better model. Within a year, 2 years, you could have 10 agents in your organization. And then you just simply help them build their organization. So if you've got 10 agents and you help them each build an organization of 2, right? And then you help each of them build another organization of 1. So if you help 10 agents attract 2 and help them attract 1, that's now a 50 agent organization that you're essentially the leader of, right? It costs them nothing to be a part of your organization. You get a cut of every transaction that comes out of the broker's commission, not theirs. So it's a really cool win-win relationship. So in this case, you've got 10 agents. They've each sponsored 2. So there's 20 there. And they've each sponsored 1. So now you're looking at them each selling 6 houses a year. So if each agent sells 1 house every other month, which in most markets should be absolutely doable. That's not even a capping agent. That's not a top producer, right? That's just an agent that goes out and sells some homes. It could be newer agents, right? Six transactions a month or a year is really not that much. So really, what sounds more difficult in the scheme of things? Is it selling 12 houses yourself? Maybe that's easier in the short term, but eventually you're going to want to exit the transactional side. Is it building a production team? In my opinion, absolutely not. But is it referrals? Referrals are great, but you got to do 48 a year. Holy smokes. What if you simply, attracted 10 agents to your organization, let your organization grow, and they each sell 6 houses a year? 𝐿𝐵, which one sounds like the easiest to you?
Yeah, I think the last one sounds the easiest to me. And that's something that we've definitely done ourselves as well. So that was a really, really good breakdown of how to make 6 figures in real estate, either with selling houses or without selling houses. And definitely because of the duplication component, we call it, in the revenue sharing model, it allows you to put in effort and allow that effort to duplicate through helping the agents you've brought into your organization. So if that is something that you want to learn more about, make sure to check out our video on eXp revenue share, where we break down how the revenue share model works, the compensation plan, the different tier structures, and how you're able to actually grow a real estate agent organization that can generate you the income you need to have time, money, and location freedom, and how you're able to help other agents in the process as well. So make sure to check out that video and the rest of the videos in our Passive Income Agents video series. And if you want to learn more about how you can build an agent organization, just like the one that we talked about, again, Charlie mentioned that I built an organization of 70 agents, and he has built an organization of well over 100 agents as well. So make sure to book a Zoom call with us directly in the description down below, and you can learn more about how you can partner directly with us and get access to all the resources that we use to build our organizations to the size they are today, and we'll help you build your organization as well. But make sure to check out our resources and our videos, and we'll see you on our next video.